Bitches and hoes, welcome back to the DP show. Did you just fucking throw up?
Yeah, how can you tell? What's going on, y'all?
Bro, how was your, let's start this. How was your Christmas, huh? Did you have a Merry Christmas?
We just clinched the playoff spot, so fuck yeah.
Fuck yes, we did. H-Town, baby.
Yeah, fucking, that was a good game. We kicked the shit out of fucking the Chargers.
Yeah, when we were out to eat, we were at a sports bar, so because Maddie waits tables at a sports bar, so we went to go eat and just kind of because we have Alex with us, so it was kind of just spending time out there while she's working. But yeah, they had the game on, so I'm sitting there and watching. I'm like, fuck. I mean, it's like we were pretty much gonna go anyways, but it's just now that clinched it. So
yeah. But yeah, man, the beginning of that game, God, man, the Chargers are a good team, and they really made them look like dog shit early.
Bro, we've won 8 in a row. That's what's fucking nuts, dude. Like, you know, and it's been getting traction like on ESPN and everything. Like how the Texans, like, you know, the defense is not to be trifled with. Like, we got a fucking solid defense, you know. So, and I'm just hoping that we can finally like do what we've never been able to do, which is make it past the second round.
Oh yeah.
Beforehand, the reason why we could never make it past the second round beforehand, not including these past couple of years, is because the second round we would always fucking face Tom Brady and the Patriots. So it was like, as soon as we beat the Bengals, because that was usually what we always had in the first round, it just kind of always ended up being that way. It's like, all right, we're going to kick the Bengals' ass, and then we're going to go to see the Patriots, and they're going to fucking whoop our ass, and then we're just going to go.
Well, and the Chiefs, too. You got to think about the Chiefs. Last year, we should have beat the Chiefs.
That's what I'm saying. Not these past couple of years. I'm saying like when we were like a pretty solid team the first go around.
Yeah.
When we were making playoff after playoff after playoff after playoff, we always got stopped by the fucking Patriots on the second round. It was like, just wasn't going to happen. Like, you know, it's like, fuck.
I am nervous about our offense. You know, today they started out playing very well, but then as the game went on, the Texans did the Texans thing, and then they started going down that hill, and they couldn't fucking perform. But I will say this, Woody Marks, phenomenal running back. Like, for a rookie, fucking phenomenal. Like, well, and then that Jordan's too, you know, he's pretty good for coming off the, you know, getting them off waivers and all that. But yeah, Mixon and, you know, I don't know how I feel about Mixon now. You know what I mean? Like, do we really need Mixon?
I don't know, man, but it's like, you know, because, well, the past couple of years, it's, you know, it felt like CJ Stroud is really like bringing us out, but now it's been kind of like, I don't know, because like it's always, offense has always been our fucking Achilles heel. Like, no matter what, it's like we just haven't been able to get that fucking one quarterback that can really truly lead us. Like, we'll have a couple of good years, like a good seasons with a certain one, and then it just goes straight downhill. You know what I mean? Well, like, I remember when we spent a shit ton of money on Brock Osweiler thinking that he was going to do something, and that was a fucking total flop on every fucking level.
Yeah. We had to sell him to get rid of him. You know, or we had to pay them to fucking take him off of our hand. But and then
who is the guy we got from Clemson that ended up having the fucking
Watson?
Yeah, like he was supposed to be, you know, the one that led us through.
Watson was a great quarterback. I'm going to give him that.
But I'm saying, like, he was good. He just like CJ Stroud, like he's had a good couple of seasons, and then it started to tail it down. We haven't had a sustainment.
Yeah, it was off the field bullshit that was his problem, his downfall. But I'll say this much: we haven't we do shit that sets us up for failure because
Mm-hmm.
we show what we're doing. Like we were watching that game, so we were on the back porch and I had the TV up out there, and sitting next to the smoker and watching it. And I'm sitting there watching. I'm like, they're about to run it. They're gonna run it. They're running it. They're running it. I'm like, he's about to throw into double coverage, and I'm like, they're fucking showing exactly what they're doing every play, which is their downfall.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm not a huge CJ Stroud guy, to be honest with you. I think that there were other quarterbacks on the
He has
table
his moments. He's great. Then it's like, fuck, it's just another cycle coming through again. Like he did a couple of good seasons, and now it feels like we're on the downslope again. And now our defense is fucking carrying us. God damn, dude. Like,
I will say, I would love to see Mills being a lifelong backup at the Texans. Look, I think he's on the cusp of being able to start somewhere or not, depending on necessity. But I will say this, for him being our veteran backup, I think he's a perfect spot. And here's the best thing about being a veteran backup like that. The motherfucker, he's good. We know that he can control the team. He can run the team. Hell, he had a 3-game winning streak this year when CJ Stroud went down. But here's the thing, he's not going to get fucking hurt because he's going to sit on the bench most of the time.
yeah.
So it's like a free paycheck. If I were him, I would just stick around at the Texans and I'd say, hey, listen, y'all, I'll take a pay cut. I'll just stick around because eventually I think that we could get him a ring, and I think we can get them all. And the dude's so humble, and listen to all the players talk about Mills and how he comes into the huddle and he says, just calms everything down. Just he's a real calm personality of calming everything down, and anytime it's getting too far, crazy and shit like that, he's just like, hey, come on, let's get it. Come on, you're good, and it's that calming fucking force. So I think if he stays with us long term, phenomenal. But
we'll see. But no, I'm just happy. Like it's been one of those things of like, because I got a couple buddies of mine. Of course, they're fucking Cowgirl fans, but they're always talking shit. Like, when's the last time the fucking Texans got a fucking ring? I'm just like, look, I never go into a season thinking that we're gonna be anything other than a disappointment in the end. Okay. Like, now don't get me wrong, I'm fucking happy as shit. Do I hope and pray that we can pull off a miracle? Yes. Do I think it's realistic? Absolutely fucking not. But what I'm saying is like, I take it as it goes. I don't go into every scene like, this is our year. This is our, we them boys. We them. Fuck you. You ain't do shit. And look, not only you out, the Chiefs are out. Like, all of these big players that everybody's like, oh yeah, baby, we're going to do it. They're just fucking gone.
Oh yeah.
and who's there? We are.
I will say I am nervous in the playoffs of if we go in the first round to the Patriots. I am nervous about their defense. The Patriots have I think, an underrated but a very good defense.
Yeah.
And then Drake May, he's phenomenal. Running their offense. Now, if you look at Denver, I'm nervous about Denver too. Could we beat them? Yeah. Did we lose them early in the year? Yeah. But if you look at the big picture of it, phenomenal fucking defense. And Bo Nix is fucking on point. Man, that dude's accuracy is outstanding.
Yeah.
And so, all right, well, fucking, let's get off football. And what you got? What fucking? We were talking about Christmas. Fucking, it was good. I guess I get the kids tomorrow, so nice. I'll have the kids till they go back to school. But and they get to open their fucking presents, and I can finally get that goddamn big ass tree out of my living room.
Oh God. Me and Destiny always talk about as soon as we get, ready to get another place and everything, want to have like a closet where we just roll the tree out and put the tree back. I mean, putting shit up and down, like, that fucking door stays closed until it's time to pull the tree out and everything. Cause I mean, that's the worst fucking thing is taking everything down that you did. Like, but I mean, Maddie's the only one that wants to decorate around here. I could give a shit less. Destiny too. But I was like, I'll pull the stuff down. Don't expect me to help you do a fucking thing though.
Well, have you seen that one where people are building and they're making like this little elevator in the attic, like they're
Yeah,
do a cutout, and
I
all they
have
do is
seen
hit the
that.
button.
From that, I
Zzz.
have seen that. I have seen
Yeah,
that. It's pretty crazy.
yeah. I'm like,
Oh
fuck, man,
man.
they're ready.
But
See, and the problem is, like, I've got, I think, a 12-foot tree or 14-foot tree, and it goes all the way up to, I don't know, like pretty close to the, no, I don't know. I got like maybe 2 more foot on top of it to the roof in there. But number one, it's a bitch, even with a fucking ladder to decorate this goddamn thing,
yeah.
because it's one of those big ass wide ones and all that shit. And then when you were down, did I have the black entertainment center or did I have the white one, the fireplace one?
I don't remember. I didn't pay attention to that.
Well, so I've got the tree on the right side of that entertainment center where you know
Yeah.
the TV in there is. I've got it on the right of that, and next to that hallway, and I'm like, I need a bigger fucking house.
We definitely need a bigger fucking house, but I don't know. We're trying. We'll see what happens. But what's funny though is that like I went down because this past weekend I was in San Antonio. Did an early Christmas with the kids down there, and Grace and Elijah, they had a music recital because Elijah plays piano and Grace sings, and it was cool. Like it was their first performance, and they did really well. And with Grace's performance when she was singing, Elijah was playing piano while she was singing, like so they were like paired up. And then later on, Elijah did a piano solo where he just did play piano by himself, and so he's doing really good and been catching on, doing lessons and stuff for that. But not other than that, I mean, it's been a very chill week, because it's like everybody, of course, calling like, "Hey, you gonna come visit? You gonna come visit?" I'm like, "No, dude. Like, I don't have the kids. I'm just gonna fucking hang out here.
Yeah.
I'm tired of traveling."
It's hard, doing Christmases and shit like holidays without having the kids here. Like, and
Yeah.
I know you feel it too. It's like it doesn't feel like a fucking holiday. You
You
know
know.
what I mean?
No, and when we had it since we had them for Thanksgiving, obviously it's not my year for Christmas, so
Yeah. Well, and the fucking DJ's fucking calling me every day. Let me see a picture of the tree with all my presents. Can you just FaceTime me and open one of my presents while I'm on the phone? I'm like, bro, just wait. You'll be here soon enough.
yeah. So today, this morning, so like I said, Maddie's been working all day, right?
Mhm.
And I get a fucking random message out of nowhere, and I guess Maddie had sent it to Destiny first, so then Destiny forwarded it to me afterwards. Maddie on her way to work. Let's just say she didn't make it to work unscathed.
Yeah.
And thank God she didn't hit, another car or something like that. But she fucking, I'll just show you real quick. It just blows my mind. Look at that shit.
Oh, shit.
You see like the gash in the hood and everything?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucked up her wheel tube, but didn't crack it, thankfully. Handles ripped off and all that. She hit some mailboxes.
The fuck was she doing?
I don't know. But she hit some mailboxes and then she kept going. She didn't stop. And then I was just like, what the fuck, man? So we figured out where she was, and then Destiny was already out. So on her way back, she stopped and talked. And the people were fine. They were cool. Like, they weren't upset. They weren't going to call the cops or anything, thankfully. Because obviously if it was somebody else who'd be pissed off, they could have. But she was all like freaking out. I don't know why she feels this way, but she's like freaking out. Like, is Rusty mad or something? Like I don't know. She feels like I'm going to yell at her. Like, where I'm like, when have I ever yelled at you? Like, just calm down. Okay. Like, you're okay. That's what matters. She's like, so you're not mad? Yeah. I was like, I didn't say I wasn't mad. I just say I'm not fucking yelling at you. Like, what was I going to accomplish? Yeah, I'm fucking mad because the car's fucked up. Oh, yeah. So, but I told her, I was like, look, there's one thing you're going to have to know. I don't care how small you think it is or whatever's going on. I don't care what you have going on. Because she had to get to work. So that's what she was worried about, was being late for work. I was like, next time you stop, you call your boss, tell them what's going on. Thankfully, the people, like, they were fine. They weren't upset. We're all working it out. But I'm saying, like, next time you do not drive away, just stop. So,
Oh yeah.
but no, I mean, it's still drivable. Like, when she got home, I unplugged the side view mirror so it's not hanging and shit like that or whatever like that. So I got all that crap off because I was like, you can't be driving with that because it's unsafe, because what if it falls off and hits somebody else, So I unplugged that and took it off. But dude, like, it's because she's gonna need both doors replaced, because it when it ripped off the door handle, it hit the back door. And then of course she needs the hood replaced, and she needs the front quarter panel replaced, and then she needs the bumper replaced. She's gonna need a new wheel, and the trim that goes like from the, what's that called? The column all the way, the column right here, right where the quarter panel and the door meet. Yeah. Well, that scratched too. But that's the whole piece that goes back to the rear quarter panel. Like, it's all one piece, So that's gonna have to be replaced.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn.
And a new headlight because that cracked. So the headlight still works, but like the housing, shattered.
No shit.
And then of course rear view mirror.
That's gonna be a pricey fix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I told her, I was like, well, we can't do anything until Monday because we can't. All the collision shops are gonna be closed. So.
Oh yeah. Y'all gonna file it on insurance, or you just gonna pay to get it fixed?
No, we're gonna have to file it, dude. Because once I started looking at it to see what all needs to be done, I was like, there's no way I can foot this out of pocket, dude. Like, it's gonna be so fucking much.
Well, what is it?
It's a 2021 Ford Edge ST.
Well, here's the plus side. You could do it. So you could go aftermarket hood, like a Ram Air hood, quarter panels. What you can do is, you can order the skins, you can order the door skins, or it's a 2021. So you may be able to go down to a junkyard, find a totaled out one, pull 2 doors off of it, and you could do it cheap.
Yeah.
That's what I would fucking do, because then all you're doing is you're paying to get everything painted. And I've got guys down here that I can, get it painted if you bring it down here. Like my little black truck and the Slam Dodge, I'm going to do a patina on that red and black patina on that. I think he told me he'd paint that one for $2,000, something like that. And everyone else is saying, 15 grand. 12 to 15 grand for a full paint job. Yeah.
I mean, that's not bad, honestly. But yeah.
That is the benefit for having Hispanics here.
Oh yeah.
Cheap, some good cheap labor.
But so that's been my Christmas week.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the whole world is starting to melt down over one woman still. And that woman is Candace Owens. I mean, it has been a quite an eventful fucking week. Cause whenever I saw that Alex Jones was gonna start looking into it. Now, this isn't me trying to say like, I can't believe he sold out. I can't believe he did this. I can't believe because obviously I'm going to be on the side of I've kind of adopted the Ian Carroll aspect, because even he says, and he's like, don't trust them, don't trust me, trust you and your own research and what you make up your own mind to. Like, I'm not telling you to trust me, I'm just presenting you from what I see, and you make your own decision. You don't have to trust me, you know. But of course, all these people out here make it seem like we have to trust them. You know what I mean? And that's what's upsetting. And so when Alex Jones started digging into a lot of stuff that Candace Owens was saying, the first thing he dug into, of course, was the Egyptian planes. Now, I haven't really looked a whole bunch into the Egyptian planes. There's been so much conflicting things come out back and forth, as far as like what she said, what a bunch of other people have debunked, saying debunked and then comes back saying, no, that's actually this. I don't know. And I'm not even about to go start to read flight data. I don't care.
Yeah.
But the most recent stuff is the Fort Huachuca stuff that I told you about, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is where it kind of comes into a point where I'm just like, I don't know how I feel about Alex Jones on this particular subject. Now, granted, Alex Jones is a very smart guy. He'll say he's retarded, but he's a very smart guy, right?
Yeah. Or he's well connected.
Well connected, very huge intelligence network, just like Candace Owens. Okay, everybody thinks Candace doesn't have a fucking intelligence network. She does, but Alex Jones has been around for a long time, ever since the frogs were being turned gay. So, but he has been getting fucking. I feel like he's been getting manhandled on X. Like it's just been fun to watch. Because like everything he posts on, regarding Candace Owens, he gets just fucking hammered on the community notes.
Yeah, shit's on.
So like shit like this, right? Like going on to the fucking saying, what is it, Senator or Rep Amodi, that one guy I told you that apparently that guy saw, right?
Yeah.
Now. And again, Candace has always made it so like there is a possibility that he may have not seen these people. It may have just been misidentifications, people that look similarly like them. She said that. She obviously can't verify what he physically saw without proof, like video or something like that, right? But then he posts this right here, right? Candace Owens has been caught red-handed, falsely claiming Nevada Congressman Amodi took part in a secret meeting at Fort Huachuca Army Base in Arizona the day before Charlie Kirk's death, blah, 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 right? And then you go through here, right? Because even Congressman Amodi had posted, like, if anybody's curious, I was at this whatever meeting for HSS education bill, here's a live feed or whatever like that. And then community notes start getting these fuckers lit up out of nowhere because like the congressman put out there, if you want to go check and see, I was here for all this time, right? It's like Rep Amodi did not respond to roll calls 1 and 2, but voted nay on roll call 3 during. So it's like he missed the first 2 roll calls. So what are we trying to prove here? That like, oh well, just because he attended part of the meeting, does that mean he was at the entire? That does not mean he was at the entire meeting when he missed 2 roll calls, the first 2 roll calls.
Yeah.
So again, I haven't gone further, but it's just funny. Like he is diving so hardcore into this in an attempt where it seems like to just hop on the Zionist train. But it's just like, dude, he's just getting lit up on community notes after community notes everywhere you go. Right. And then let's bring up the fucking wrecking ball here. Fucking Laura Loomer just. This one fucking tweet right here has single-handedly almost brought down Alex Jones. It's so funny. I'm proud to say that I am responsible for Alex Jones seeing the light as it pertains to how malicious and insane Candace Owens has become. Laura Loomer is saying that she is the reason that Alex Jones has started attacking Candace Owens. It's like, you couldn't have picked a worse person to come out and support you on X at this point. A couple of weeks ago, Alex Jones and I had a very long private conversation about some bad actors in the woke right. And Alex told me he was starting to come around to what I believe, to what I have been saying for at least 2 years. Eventually, more people will wake up to this psyop. It is like you could, and then the better part about it is that fucking, okay, here we go. Milo Yiannopoulos. Okay. Let's see here. So where Milo replied, said, Laura Loomer is such an untouchable. Her endorsements trigger PR crises and emergency clarifications.
God damn.
Because he was reposting he reposted a snapshot from Alex Jones saying, my response to Laura Loomer's claim that she convinced me to speak out against Candace Owens and first look at what is about to drop tomorrow concerning Fort Huachuca. So Alex Jones had to come out immediately and be like, "Oh, Laura Loomer," or whatever that, right? And then again, fucking Milo, because then Laura Loomer replied, right? And this is what fucking Milo said. So Laura Loomer said, "I'm not sure why Alex Jones is upset with what I posted. I genuinely meant it. I really enjoyed our conversation a couple weeks ago about many people in the woke Reich. Fuck her for that. We talked about who is possibly a Fed and who is paid by Muslims and who is lying to be malicious. I shared my thoughts with Alex and he shared his with me. It was a very nice conversation. I'm not trying to create a stunt or manipulate anything." And then Milo replied, "Doesn't matter if you don't want anything to do with Laura Loomer. She will insist you are friends until it kills your career." Fucking love Milo. He is the troll of trolls. I swear. He's so funny. Oh, man.
She is the last fucking person that anyone wants to fucking support. Like,
seriously, like that was like, that couldn't have been a more horrible fucking like tweet to come out at that point in time.
oh yeah. Well, like right now, you talking about her, like, please don't see it, please don't see it, please don't see it, please don't, like, don't repost her shit, please. Yeah.
Shit.
I mean, just change the show. I would just change the show name and start over again. Fuck it.
I mean, we're gonna get fucking reporter for being anti-Semitic now, just because we're talking about her.
Oh, I know.
But it's just, it's so funny though.
I still can't believe that fucking TikTok banned us, did the permit ban on us, because
I can't believe you won the appeal.
Oh yeah, I know, because we talked about fucking
Nick
Fuentes. Yeah. Like, God. How the fuck are you going to do a perma ban on us for talking about someone? But whatever.
Well, because we know who owns it. So
yeah, but yeah, we did win the appeal on that one, so that's good.
Yeah.
Here's the crazy thing about that. I think 2 of the videos are still blocked. One of they undid the perma ban, but one of those videos is the only one that they allowed up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well. But no, I just it's crazy because, like, look, because even Valhalla at VFT has kind of turned against Candace in a way, because him and another guy have been diving into Mitch Snow, the guy she interviewed, who brought this whole Fort Huachuca story to her. Now, I, of course, am like, look, sometimes it kind of sounds a little bit far-fetched, but a lot of things in this world sound far-fetched when the government's involved, right? Now, I've never, ever, ever came to a point where I said, like, I 100% believe everything, and no matter what Candace Owens says is true. Because you and I have already discussed a couple of things that we were just kind of like, that doesn't really make sense. And I think she's reaching on certain things, but overall, what she's doing, we kind of feel like, no, this is correct. She's stirring a lot of shit, but I mean, what do you expect when you're trying to essentially dig into a cover up, right? But now when it comes to that story, again, as far-fetched as it might sound in some instances, she does say that we have all of this, we have all of that. We verified that he was there. We verified and blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. That's great. Show us that to give us a little bit more, ease of mind. That's the only, and you and I have even talked about this, because, like, those are the couple of things that we've always had, critiquing with Candace Owens when she does any type of investigation. She says she has all this stuff. I have no reason to believe that she doesn't, but I also don't have any reason to believe that she does. When she starts presenting certain things, like, I don't know if I want to compare to this, but I'm going to do it anyways. So because me and you still need to do this on the episode, because I know you've been wanting to talk about this. Flat Earth theory, right? Now, I don't believe it. I think it's stupid, but they're very fucking passionate, like any people that are like truly believe in something, right?
Yeah.
Anyone that truly believes in something, they're going to be very passionate. Now, passion doesn't equivalent to facts and truth. Okay, passion is just passion. But one of the things that I always give these dudes credit for when they present their evidence, whatever like that, right? Some people, their quote unquote evidence is just like, dude, you sound stupid saying it. You have no idea what you're talking about. You just want to be a part of something, whatever. But then you have these other ones that are like true believers that have all this stuff, right? And I don't know the name, but I mean, you would know him when you saw him. Like he's one of like the main guys that's always debating, about it, right? And one of the things that always makes me think, like, this is interesting, and it makes you think about it, right? I'm not to the point where like I'm convinced the world's flat. What I'm saying is like it makes you like the way they present it, and it's just like, okay, then just like with this kind of stuff, like when you line it up and you start putting things together, it's like, that makes you think, right?
Yeah, it makes you at least question
reality,
the thought process as a whole. Like whenever they start,
the thing that always gets me is the flight paths. That's the thing that always gets me. Is like that is an interesting. And now I understand how it works, but I'm saying like when they present it,
yeah,
it makes me think. I'm like, you know what? That is kind of weird. That is kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie.
See, what gets me about it is the flight maps. If you look at where planes go to land in certain area, that fucks with me. And then,
that's what I'm saying. The paths they take, saying like,
yeah.
why would you do this on a round Earth? Why wouldn't you just do this? But you would do this on a flat Earth. I'm just like, you know what? That's not bad. I'm not gonna lie. That's not bad.
Yeah. Well, it's that, and it's the fucking General Byrd shit.
Yeah,
like,
Admiral Byrd.
Or Admiral, whatever he is. Yeah.
No, I'm in, and I remember that. That was that, and I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty crazy watching all that. But again, now, do I think that there's shit down at the South Pole that they're hiding from us? Absolutely. I don't go necessarily along that that's the proof of flat Earth, but I'm just saying like there's definitely shit down there that we don't know about because it's entirely government and military controlled with all the big countries and everything like that.
Oh yeah, I think it's more likely there's something extraterrestrial there.
Oh, 100%. I believe
that's honestly what I think. Yeah.
I believe that too. Not, but I'm just saying like, I definitely think there's shit down there that we don't know about that they're hiding from us. And maybe Admiral Byrd found that. No, I'm not questioning that at all. I just don't believe the ice wall and flat, whatever like that. Right. But again, it's just one of those things like when you see how they lay it out, cause they've been at this a long time, you're just like, I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty good. But that's how I kind of go about it, right? Like when she starts putting all this stuff together, like the timelines and who this and that and who this person is, who they're tied to and blah, 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 blah. Like it just makes you think. And there's nothing wrong with that. You're supposed to have that thought process to make you question shit until something comes back that presents it as, no, here's this, here's that, blah, 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 blah. And nobody has realistically effectively done that. They haven't. And
I agree.
And what's funny is that fucking dude that we talked about last episode, Gary from Paramount Tactical, that fucktard. He was he did a live stream. I think it was with Andrew Colvett, believe it or not. Going on about how Erica Kirk wasn't, there because that's one of the claims that Erica Kirk, her ex that works for the Daily Wire, now TPUSA, weird. Was there, and then Brian Harper was there, and the senator was there, or the congressman was there, right? That's the four. Mm-hmm. Those are the four main people that were being told, right? Now, let me see here. There was it Gary Melton from Paramount Tactical was doing this live stream with, I think it was Candace, not Candace, I'm sorry, Andrew Colvett, and they were going through. I want to say it was either, I don't know if it was Eric. I didn't watch it. I just saw clips of it, but it was like, Erica's phone with some pictures. Like, look, see, I was with the kids and blah, 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 and looking at the metadata until the metadata completely during the live stream completely fucked their entire narrative up. I really want to find it. Because then on top of that, It's like, those aren't even their fucking kids. What are you doing? That wasn't their kids in the photo.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. So that's that. God, I got to find it. I don't want to keep talking about it without being able to bring it up. But no, yeah. Okay, here it is. Okay. So right here, this is what was being presented, the whole thing, right? So shout out to Diligent Denizen. He's one of those guys like when Project Constitution and stuff like that, they all kind of like work together, right? So Andrew Colvett tries and fails to give alibi for Erica Kirk on Charlie alleged 9/9 Fort Huachuca military meeting, right? He sent screenshots of supposed photos taken by Erica Kirk of her kids the morning of 9/9/2025 to influencers to try and push the narrative. 1, you can edit iPhone data, date and time. 2, the children in this photo could have been taken by anyone, a babysitter, family, etc. Erica was said to be seen the night before. So again, they're not even addressing 9/8, which is when Mitch Snow said that he saw Erica Kirk and Cabot Phillips. That's the ex. So he sent a picture from 9/9. I was like, okay, cool. That's not what we're asking for. These kids look much older than Charlie Kirk's kids, which they do, because Charlie still has a pretty young kid. The boy is said to be around 1 year. These kids and Kirk's son is about 1 year old. And look at this. That's not a 1 year old.
Yeah, no.
That's like a, yeah. So here's the fucking metadata on it, right? So, like it says, you can adjust the photo.
Yeah.
Which that was news to me when I saw this. So I didn't know you could change the metadata on the photo. But again, Kirk's son is 1. This is not a 1 year old son.
I say 6 or 7 years old.
I'm just saying, like, well, I mean, yeah, okay. But what I'm saying is, it's like this. I mean, I know Charlie was a big guy. He was like 6'5", 6'6", but still, doesn't mean his 1 year old's gonna be like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's just shit keeps going south with all these, quote unquote, we're gonna prove all this shit, right? And again, like, I take the Ian Carroll route here. It's like, don't believe me, don't believe them. Do your own research, make your own fucking thought. But people don't understand how to be their own fucking, like, don't trust the government, don't trust the people, don't trust us. Like, trust yourself, think for yourself, think independent. Like, nobody wants to do that anymore. They want to be told what to think because they're too fucking lazy to do anything else.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But yeah, so I just thought that was
like funny. that's why everything, most shit that we talk about, we really look into it a lot before we even consider talking about it. It's a lot of text messages back and forth or phone calls like, hey man, did you see this? Yeah, let me look into that. Or hey, do you got any sources on that? And let me make a couple phone calls. So there's a lot of back and forth where he's right. Everyone should do their own due diligence and really look at their own chain of evidence. You know what I mean? Look at their own research. And the problem is too many people are lazy though, where they won't. Too many people are just like, well, let me see what everyone else is saying. And yep, that's fact, that's truth, whatever. And that's how a lot of these fucking narratives get all fucked up. And that's how, honestly, one thought process on one incident can completely spiral downhill by fucked up research.
Yeah.
One fucked up post, one fucked up video can really fuck up a whole narrative on something that should be looked into.
Yeah. I mean, and then one of the things, like, with as far as Erica, now, again, I'm not one to sit here and say I think she's 100% involved or whatever like that, but I'm saying, like, there's just now, more revelations and stuff that's come forward that doesn't look good for her. And not necessarily that, like, Candace Owens is brought up, right? But you have other people that have been doing their own digging because, they're just as invested in trying to figure out what really happened. Now, one of the things that Erica kind of brought onto herself, though, where she lied on, national television.
Mm-hmm.
right? And it was the interview where she said, I never dated for like the 4 or 5 years before she met Charlie while she was here.
Yeah.
But she verifiably had 2 boyfriends, one that I believe she was engaged to include, and I don't think she was engaged to Cabot Phillips, but like I said, Cabot Phillips, like Charlie knows Cabot.
Yeah.
So like, like this wasn't some like unknown thing, but like she said it on live television for the world to see. Like, I never dated because I kind of lived vicariously through my roommate and I saw just all the crap that she would go through. So I was just like, no, I'm just not. So I just never dated. It was like, you realize the internet's forever, right? Like,
yeah.
and then people started immediately coming forth with, oh yeah, well, doing a couple things while you're standing next to someone, like, and then like, so it's like you verifiably had 2 boyfriends beforehand.
Yeah.
So it's like, it doesn't make sense why you would lie about that.
Yeah, it's like, has she gotten so big, or has she had been involved in so many cover-ups that she thinks that she can say whatever she wants and the shit's gonna get scrubbed, or I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just it is weird though. But
Yeah.
but again, like she brought that on herself. It's like, again, I'm not saying that, oh shit, she got caught in a lie and that means she was involved in her late husband's death. No, I'm not saying that, but I'm just like, why lie about that? And it's not, again, like you're not too far removed from Cabot Phillips because he worked at Daily Wire and apparently now he works at TPUSA. I have to look that up. I just recently found that out. So it's like, you're not too far removed from this guy. So it's not like you can't all of a sudden look at me like, oh yeah, I dated you before Charlie. Like,
yeah,
it doesn't make sense you would lie about that.
Well, where did you see that he's over at TP now?
Well, see, I was told that by a friend of mine, so I'm actually gonna look at that now.
Okay, because I haven't. I'm just asking because I haven't seen that.
Okay, so we got here. Cabot Phillips is the senior editor, writer, and commentator of Daily Wire, conservative, blah, 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 blah. Phillips has been active in the campus outreach following the TPUSA assassination. Let's see. Okay, so no. He's been speaking at TPUSA campus events as a guest speaker, but he still is the senior editor at the Daily Wire.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So maybe that's where the TPUSA, like, he's over there now. So, but I guess ever since Charlie was assassinated, now he's starting to appear on campus more.
Very odd that Erica Kirk's former flame Cabot Phillips takes lead on how to lead like Charlie conference and conferences and university events for Turning Point USA, effectively stepping into a role that honors.
Yep. I'm seeing that too. Okay.
So it's like half-ass saying that he is there though.
But he's appearing as a guest speaker. He's not officially employed.
Yeah. And this is talking about their flame and all that. And this is on MSNBC. So FYI, what I'm reading on. The controversy surrounding Phillips' new role at... Okay, listen. It says, the controversy surrounding Phillips's new role at TPUSA highlights broader questions about transparency and appropriateness within the political organizations. When the personal relationship intersects with professional advancement, particularly in an organization built around individual personalities like Charlie Kirk, TP at USA, publicly scrutiny it's intensify. The conflicting timeline statements from Erica Kirk further complicate public perception, raise questions about credibility that extend beyond more personal history. As TPUSA continues its mission on college campuses nationwide, the organization's leadership chooses, and the personal connections between key figures will likely remain. This is saying he is with them.
Really?
Yeah. So MSNBC is saying that he is with them,
like officially employed. Like appearing as guest speaker is one thing, which is what I found, but officially employed is what I'm looking for.
Listen, the controversy surrounded Phillips' new role at TPUSA. That is alluding to he is with TPUSA. And this is from MSNBC.
MS now.
Yeah, very odd. Erica Kirk's former flame, Cabot Phillips, takes over late husband TPUSA leadership role. It's saying he took over a leadership role, and this would have been posted. This would have been posted on December the 23rd.
Yeah.
Is when the article came out. They're saying he took over a leadership role within TPUSA. Was Erica smashing him the whole time?
I don't know,
When
because
Charlie was on the road? Goddamn.
well, because that's what I'm not saying that specifically, but Mitch Snow is saying that he saw Erica and Cabot the night before on September 8th in the lobby at Fort Huachuca. That's what he's saying that he allegedly saw.
Yeah, I don't know. The only thing I can see is that MSNBC is reporting that he's with them. Now, MSNBC, I don't see them reporting that without having some sort of insider knowledge. Not saying that they can't lie about it or wouldn't, but
so again, like what I'm saying is when you say in leadership role, what I'm interpreting from that is like he said, he's taking over that that campus part where like lead like Charlie, right? So that's where I would assume leadership role, meaning he's taking over the whole. So Phillips' involvement with TPUSA, he has appeared as a guest speaker at multiple TPUSA campus events since Kirk's death, including Michigan State, University of Missouri, and others, often promoting Kirk's legacy under themes like lead like Charlie. So that's where my interpretation of like new leadership role taking on his role of touring college campuses to do the whole lead like Charlie, whatever that
no, I understand that, but they are reporting that he is with Turning Point in a leadership capacity. So
I get that. It's just that's my interpretation of what this is saying, because again, whenever I put does he work for TPUSA now, it says no, does not work as an employee. So again, he could be a contractor.
Maybe. Yeah.
So
possibly.
But yeah, events titled like lead like Charlie, which is what we saw, right? So but yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So claims of him taking over roles or leading tours stem from controversial involving personal rumors about Erica Kirk, blah blah blah. But yeah, so again, who knows? But apparently there's nothing public or that they've been able to find as of yet that he's like officially hired on as an employee, but he might be. But again, like you have all these fucking you know, stupid ass journalists like Cam Higby that are paid by TPUSA because he works as a freelance journalist. So
yeah, anything's possible, but
but that's what I'm saying, that might be what that means. But I mean, again, I don't know. Again, do your own research, make your own judgment. Don't trust me.
Fucking weird. Which more will come out about it, I guarantee it. Either that or they're going to get fucking a lot of heat for it, and then they're going to have him bail. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. So it is crazy though. Don't get me wrong. But when it comes to just like those small things, right? Those just weird little lies that are so easily fucking like verified not true. Like we know you dated at least 2 people. Now you could have dated more. Don't care. You're your own person. Do what you want. But I'm saying like we verifiably can just social media stalk Erica Kirk, photos, and we find 2 other guys that you dated before Charlie. And she talked about, again, another small stupid thing where she talked about, well, I never drank either. But then there's pictures of her drinking like a mixed, alcoholic drink. I'm just like, again, it's something so small and stupid. It's like, why lie about that? Like nobody's going to think less of you because you have a past before you, kind of straighten your shit up. Nobody's going to judge you for that.
Yeah. Like, I don't give a fuck. She had a hoe phase. Come on. Like, more power to her. Like,
but again, it's just small shit like that. Again, that is in no way, shape, or me saying that she was in any way involved with getting her late husband killed. I'm just saying it's with all the stuff that comes up now, and then you start seeing like this weird small lies come up, like why?
Yeah.
Then it just makes you again question, look at things. That's all we're supposed to do here. We're supposed to be free, independent people in this country, but too many people want to be told what to do because they don't know how to be independent.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%. 100%.
Anything else you want to add on Erica Kirk?
Not really. It I think time will tell. I think that there's too much shit that's weird about it.
Yeah.
You know, the fact that I don't know if you saw the video of maybe it was that public wake or whatever, that televised shit where she had to put like fucking eye drops in her ear, like she's laughing and smiling backstage. She fucking puts eye drops in her fucking eye before she goes on stage to look like she's crying. Like seeing shit like that fucks with me. You know?
I never saw that one. I'm not doubting you, but I never saw that one.
But then again, she might not be a crier. You know what I mean? Look, I don't cry, but there's times where you kind of need to show a fucking image. Maybe the way she shows emotion isn't the same fucking way. And yes, she probably knows that she would get shit on for it. So now she's got to make it more theatric. And that's understandable because she is in the public light and all that shit. But not the way I do it, you know what I mean? Like, just go out there and show no emotion. But then again, at the same time, she'd get shit on for not showing emotion. So I don't know, bro.
But this is one of those things of where, like, you know, Candace Owens brought up about like she should not have taken over TPUSA, at least not this soon. Like, have an interim CEO if she wanted to step in eventually, that's fine. But like, she needs a good grieving period. Like, this is just overall, this is just not a good look. You know what I mean?
Honestly, she needs more experience before she takes over a role like that.
I mean, that too, but what I'm saying is, like, if she wanted to, essentially, like, she could have accepted the position, but installed an interim while she took time to grieve. Like, nobody would have faulted her for that. You know what I mean? But I mean, again, it's just things that look weird, things that look fake and gay, you know, as Candace Owens would say. But so moving on to what I brought up to you right before, our boy Vivek Ramaswamy. Now, I've told you we've been vocal, been big fans of Vivek. I still think he's a good guy, and I think he's got a solid standing for what the country should be. He's got good morals. He's got, you know, he's well educated. He's a great businessman. He's a good guy, but seems like we might have caught him in a bit of a do as I say, not as I do situation, kind of misspeaking. I don't know. Again, but it's just so back when he was in the presidential campaign, actually running for president during the 2024 election, right? Same, you know, as Trump was this last one, right? Now, that's when everybody got to know who this guy was. Nobody ever heard of this dude or whatever. He went from like less than 0% chance to like, I think he ended up getting 8%, 8 or 10% when it was done. From a no-name guy to go up to that point in his first run, that's fucking phenomenal. I'm not going to lie. Because nobody knew who this dude was. And he's a billionaire. Like he's a very rich guy. So it's like you would know who he was if you were in those business circles, but like everybody knows who Donald Trump is, you know, because he's been in the light. He was you know, The Apprentice and stuff like that. But everybody knew. But then again, like Candace Owens brought up, like he was the most rapped about dude in all the rap songs. Everybody wanted to be like Donald Trump, right? Until he ran for president. But again, this dude came out of nowhere and just took the Republican Party by storm. Like he was just like, holy shit. And I was like, you know, if Trump can't, if the Dems end up, you know, winning this over and getting him locked up or ineligible to run, I was like, I would vote for him. Like he seems like he's got a good fucking head on his shoulders, a good plan. And he wanted to shut down the fucking FBI, which I think was a great idea. And we've talked about that too, right? But there was an interview because he's running for governor of Ohio. There was an interview. Now, real quick, you and I, because I asked you, when he was on the campaign trail, he had brought up multiple times that he's second generation, right? So his first, his parents immigrated to the U.S. legally. He said that multiple times. I'm not making that up, right? Because they even asked, I was like, this is what I put in here. Did Vivek say during the 2024 campaign that his parents both immigrated to the U.S. the correct way? So this is a response. Yes, Vivek Ramaswamy repeatedly emphasized during his 2024 presidential campaign that his parents immigrated to the U.S. legally, often contrasting their pathways with illegal immigration, because that was the big talk of, the campaign, illegal immigration, right? And he's talking about like, my parents came here and did it the right way. I was born here, but my parents immigrated from India the correct way, right? He brought up that multiple times, okay?
Yeah.
So he consistently used equivalent. Okay, so I guess not the correct way, but he consistently used equivalents like legally, the right way, and implied legal immigration as the proper path in contrast to the illegal entry, which great. Yeah. And he is also on board about with President Trump, what he's trying to do, and what me and you have was it ending birthright citizenship, because it's bullshit. Okay. Yeah, plenty of people coming to America who are not citizens just to have a baby, so they can have that anchor baby that keeps them here, because then that baby is then born as a legal citizen. We are the only country that does this, and that is retarded. Yeah. Okay. So again, that should be nixed, and he's brought that up too. So like, great, that's a great stance. I agree with that. Now he's getting interviewed. Fuck, that's not what I want. He's getting interviewed because he's running for governor of Ohio. And just let this play for itself.
I believe in being consistent about my policies where...
So your father is not a citizen of the United States?
He's not.
Okay. And your mother, when did your mom take the citizenship test? Was it before or after you were born?
After I was born.
After you were born. Okay.
After years of being in this, following the legal process of becoming a naturalized citizen, she followed it through the legal process. And
so you gained citizenship through birthright then?
Well, but you gained citizenship through birthright citizenship in that sense too, right? I mean, every American. So what I want to do is revive a vision of citizenship where every kid who enjoys...
I'm sorry, just to backtrack. So your father is not a citizen,
They came to this country legally. I believe in being consistent.
But how though? If it's
on a visa?
Yeah, but has he done nothing since?
You know what I mean? That is the weird part. Yeah, because how old is Vivek?
Oh, let's see here. $40.
So in over 40 years being in the United States, his dad is still not a citizen. There's a problem with that.
Yeah. So, and on top of that, this also brings up he's not a natural born citizen, so he was never eligible to run for president. Because he can't, birthright citizenship is not the same as like natural, right? Like you and I, like both of our parents are citizens, and therefore, because both parents have to be a citizen before you're born to be a natural born citizen. Does that make sense? So
sure?
both his parents were not legal. Like his mom is now, his dad is still not, but his mom did not take the citizenship test. Whatever. To gain naturalization until after he was born. So technically he's an anchor baby.
Yeah.
So again, I don't know where the legality still in this, and he's a pretty smart dude. I don't know if he's looked into all this shit, but what I'm saying is like that technically means he's not a natural born citizen. Therefore, he should not have been eligible to run for president of the United States, which, by the way, now the shit of Ted Cruz, that fucker was born in Canada. So, but again, I still love Vivek, and I think he has a great fucking head on his shoulders to do all this great stuff. But again, it's just like, that's not a good look. And it's definitely not going to be a good look when it comes to if he tries to throw his hat in the ring for another presidential run. Because, it's one of those things like, because, we were talking about one of the next episodes we want to do because you and I have been working on a list of, government solutions, right? But like, again, something like this, like a natural born citizen should, like it says, it's a law that a natural born citizen has, you have to be a natural born citizen to run for presidential office. Okay. Which obviously why wouldn't you, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty spot on, but that should be for all levels of government, because then you have non-citizens that get into government, which is bullshit.
Yeah.
And you have dual citizenship, which is retarded and was only created for a specific point of group, if you know what I mean. But yeah, there should be no dual citizenship if you're serving public office, because that means you have loyalty to not just the United States but to another country. You can't do that. That's ridiculous. That doesn't make sense. You have allegiances to two different nations, but you're going to serve one of those nations in a public office.
Okay, so the Constitution does not define the phrase natural born citizen. So therefore, birthright citizenship.
But is it in the articles to run for presidential office though?
You can run for president. Yeah, you can. The birthright citizen, because the U.S. Constitution does not define the phrase natural born citizen, and various opinions have been offered over time regarding its exact meaning. The consensus of the early 21st century Constitution and legal scholars, together with relevant cases in natural born citizens, include, subject to exceptions, those born in the United States. As to those born elsewhere who meet the legal requirements for the birthright citizenship. So, and then it goes on, and I'm skipping some. The consensus emerged in 2016. They also, because the first 9 presidents and the 12th president were all citizens at the adoption of the Constitution, and all being born within the territory held by the United States. So the Supreme Court has considered addressing eligibility challenges, but the Supreme Court has never directly addressed the question of a specific presidential or vice president candidate eligibility as a natural born citizen.
Well, I'm seeing here, U.S. Constitution Article 2, Section 1 requires that the president be a natural born citizen.
Yes. So, but what it's saying here is that it's not clearly defined. So natural born citizens and birthright citizenship can fall under natural born citizenship.
So, okay. So maybe Vivek was able to run legally standing, right? So
yes, it says he legally can.
Yeah. So, because it says, yes, a person who acquires U.S. citizenship through birthright, just soil, or birth on U.S. soil is eligible to run for and serve as president of the United States, provided they meet the other constitutional requirements, being at least 35 years of age and a U.S. resident for at least 14 years. But then below that, that's why it says the U.S. Constitution, Article 2, Section 1 requires that the president be a natural born citizen. Like it says it in quotes. This term has been long interpreted as yeah. So hopefully with this, I'm hoping that the Supreme Court fucking gives some good clarification as to what that means, because people have always used the 14th Amendment, right? All persons born or naturalized in the United States, but people forget that was only referring to when the slaves were freed, to give them citizenship. Yeah. But no, they have to use that to mean everybody and anyone, which is ridiculous.
Yeah. But on here, it says the 14th Amendment does not address the issue of presidential eligibility or the use of the phrase natural born citizen. It states all persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and the state wherein they reside. Under Article 1, representatives and senators are required to be U.S. citizens, but there is no requirement that they have to be natural born. In contrast to the presidential requirement. But what it's saying is that there's no definitive answer on, and it's not defined whether an anchor baby is considered natural born citizen or a birthright citizen, because it's essentially saying birthright citizenship follows under a natural born citizen because they are a citizen because they're born here. So you can't immigrate here and go through the process and
become a quote unquote natural born because you weren't born here. So
yes, correct. So that's where the deviation is.
Yeah. So the term anchor baby, often used as a pejoratively for children born in the U.S. to undocumented immigrants, just say illegal, does not create a separate category of citizenship. It refers to standard birthright citizenship, which confers full quote unquote natural born status. I don't know. But again, I'm hoping that the Supreme Court will actually like give a real no bullshit, clarification on this, because it's ridiculous. But
yeah, no, I agree.
But, so again, it's just, again, it's one of those things of like, look, okay, now, yeah, he was probably legally allowed to run for office, but it's not a good look when you had said before multiple times that both of your parents came here, and they may have came here legally on, different types of visas, but why isn't your dad a citizen yet after 40 years? That's what's a little
that's
iffy.
what I think's weird.
Yeah. So, but again, who knows?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So again, I still hope he has a good future in politics. Because like I said, I think he has a great standing and a good morals to start leading, whether it's Ohio and then maybe eventually to the president. But so I think if he does get elected to Ohio, I don't think he'll put in a bid for presidential run this next one, because I think it'd be too soon for him. I think he'll want to do a lot of stuff in Ohio to kind of build his win rate. You know what I mean? So I would say that my prediction for Vivek throwing his hat in the presidential ring again will be 2032, because that'll be after.
Yeah, maybe.
So it's either going to be 2032 or 2036, because if Vance, wins 2 terms back to back after this, right, then it would probably be one of those things of like, he might throw his hat in the ring for 2032 just as like we'll throw it in there. But I think more likely it might be 2036 after the 2 terms is up, so he can try to come in as a 2-term president, and then you'll have a lot of wins under his belt, turning Ohio around, hopefully. So that's my prediction of probably probably it'll go.
I just, I think we need an independent, you know what I mean? I think we need to get away from this swamp that we've got in there, right now under the conservative party, that tag, the MAGA movement, whatever. And I think that, we can't really align with a Democrat right now because they're fucked, Gavin Newsom and all them fucking dickheads. So,
dude, and
we need change.
Gavin Newsom has been digging himself a fucking hole. I'm talking like it's going to China, where he, loves to be apparently. But because you've seen all the fucking fraud that's coming out, from all the audits and everything coming out from So let me see if I can bring it up here. Yeah, so that high-speed rail that was supposed to be fucking so $18 billion for this high-speed rail that's been here.
Musk was supposed to be heading up, right?
No, this was a California state thing. Musk had nothing to do with it.
I thought Elon Musk had something to do with that, though.
I'm 99% sure it had nothing to do, because this was something that was brought through from the California state government to get federal funding. Okay, so here.
Okay, Elon Musk proposed the Hyperloop in 2013 as a faster, cheaper, open source alternative to California's then struggling high-speed rail HSR project.
See, that's what I'm saying. This was
Yeah,
different.
yeah, it is. Okay, I see that.
Yeah. So here's what we got so far, right? Former chief of staff indicted November 2025, okay, on 23 federal counts, including bank and wire fraud for allegedly siphoning $225,000 from a doormat campaign fund belonging to Xavier Becerra and claiming over $1.7 million in fraudulent tax deductions for personal luxuries. Okay. Unemployment insurance fraud during COVID-19 payments, which we know all of that shit was a fucking fraud for money laundering from the government. The California Employment Development Department paid out an estimated $32 billion in fraudulent claims. $32 billion in fraudulent claims, and that's federal money.
Damn.
Okay. And then homelessness spending. This was the kicker, right? California spent approximately $24 billion on homelessness programs, trying to combat it in less, because California has the highest homeless rate in all of the nation, right? Yeah. Over 5 years. But the homeless rate has increased over 20% in that 5 years with $24 billion spent on fighting homelessness.
Fucking nuts.
Okay.
It is nuts.
Yeah. High risk agencies and statewide vulnerabilities report, blah, 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 blah. Yep. Aggregated across 76 aggravated risk exceeds $76 billion across programs like CalFresh, $2.5 billion in improper payments. Oh my God, dude. Let's go to this high-speed rail real quick. So yeah, in 2008, voter approval for this high-speed rail, right? And it has gone up to about $33 to $45 billion for this high-speed rail, okay? And the construction in the ongoing valley, blah, 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 blah. So my understanding is that they have laid like less than 100 yards of track. And Chevron just left California officially to move to Houston. So Chevron gas prices are about to jump over there.
Well, Chevron bought out Hess is why. So Chevron bought Hess, and now they're going to be moving into Hess's facilities.
No high-speed rail track has been laid yet. None, actually.
That's nuts.
That is fucking insane that they've spent that much, but have gotten zero done.
I wonder what... The only thing I can think of...
It's all of their fucking regulations they have, paying for surveys and environmental studies and all these fucking other bullshit. And of course, they're fucking probably money laundering. Yeah. So it's insane, dude. It's fucking insane. And yet when you look at the polls, the Cal sheet and stuff like that, Gavin Newsom is still leading as the front runner. But that lets you know they have zero fucking people to choose from.
Well, it's that and uneducated voters. So they're going to vote for, and they lean towards the ones that they hear over and over in the media. And that's the only name that they know. So when they get asked or they look at a polling data, they say, oh, well, out of these names, who would you vote for? Well, if the only name they see on that paper is Gavin Newsom, and they've heard it in the media and they hear it on the radio and they hear
that's one of the ones they know who that person is. Yeah.
Yeah. And so that's off of name recognition is why he's leading in the polls. It's not about his policies or his voting record or his record in the state. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And it's insane that people, I think, hang on real quick, because I took time to do this because this is how much I fucking hate California.
And the problem is Austin's turning like that too, though.
Yeah, took time to put this together. I put this together a while back. Yeah, I put this together in July. Okay, so I titled this California's downfall. Okay. Unemployment rate, 5.4% overall. Okay. Now, obviously, that doesn't equate to homeless, right? So, unemployment rate, that's tied for the highest in the nation. Unemployed approximately is over 1 million people in that entire state unemployed. That's the highest in the nation. Receiving unemployment benefits between 513,000, 718,000. This is approximate. This is back in July, by the way. That's the highest in the nation. California is paying out unemployment benefits to more people in that state than any other. Homelessness. They estimate that there's over 158,000 homeless in the state. Again, highest in the nation. Okay. Now, when you go down the taxes, okay, combined taxes, state and federal, depending on where you are and how much you make, right, is how much you get taxed, right? So it's ranked 7th when it comes to the state, right? So, or not the state, the federal. So it goes to between 33.5 to 50%, depending on where you fall, right? So you can be, on the lower end where, most of the nation goes, or again, you can be in the highest in the fucking nation, right?
Yeah.
50. So, and where people, what is it? I can't remember what the number is. I want to say it's like 350 or 400,000 is where they consider you quote unquote high income, where they start really getting you up, right? 50% plus for millionaire households, which when you live in California, you pretty much have to be a fucking millionaire.
Yeah.
Okay. There are 1.35 to 1.4 millionaire households in California.
God damn.
So you have that many people who make over $1 million a year getting taxed at 50 fucking percent. Okay. And California has the highest number of millionaires in the US. Now, state sales tax 8.802. That's the highest in the nation.
Okay, hold on. So before you go further, so you said they've got the highest number of millionaires in the U.S. Now, here's the thing: if you own a house that is over $1 million, then by calculation,
I went off of income,
assets,
not. I went off of income, not assets.
Okay, it's going off income, not assets. Okay,
yeah. So state sales tax 8.802%, which is the highest in the nation. State income tax between 1 to 13.3%, depending on how much you make, obviously. Again, highest in the nation. Fortune 500 companies that have left in the past 5 years. This is back in July. I'm sure there's been more. There was 8 at that time that have left in the past 5 years back in July. And that was more than any other state in the nation.
Yeah.
Okay. And then California's violent crime rate is 30 to 35.8% above the national average.
Damn.
Why does anybody want to live there?
Yeah. Now, I wonder how many Fortune 500 companies are based out of California. Because if you go off, what's that?
It wasn't a lot when I put this together, but
because if you go off a percentage, 8 off of, 100 Fortune 500 companies, that's 8% of Fortune 500 companies that are based out of, California. It makes me wonder how many off a percentage, have bounced out of there, because I know we picked a lot up here in Texas, whether it's Dallas or Houston or, Austin,
even Austin.
or
because you got to think about it. Like one of the biggest employers, which was Elon with Tesla, they moved from there to Austin. I drive by there all the time when I'm going to San Antonio,
Yeah.
But again, it's 99% of the time it's because of just the regulations over there that make it impossible to do business.
And tax rates. Yeah.
Tax rates too. But I would say that the bigger issue when it comes to why California is losing big business, it's regulation over taxes. Because
Yeah.
corporations can always find their way around fucking taxes, but
Yeah.
regulations is where they cannot. So, but there was this thing that when like I said, when I said like Chevron had left California, there was this interview with the CEO of Chevron talking about how he had reached out to Gavin Newsom's like, hey, I want to talk about this. You know, he didn't want to leave. They had been there. They had started there. They had been there. That's where they've always been. You know, like it's like, look, you can only stay somewhere because it's like, you know, it's sentimental. It's where you started. It's where everything began. You can only do that so long if the state is like with you, which Gavin Newsom in California have made it abundantly clear that they are against big oil in all shape or form. So, and he had sent a text to Gavin because, you know, when you're that high up on the food chain, you gotta have the governor's, you know, cell phone number in your back pocket.
Oh yeah.
Right? He had sent he had said he had sent a text to Gavin Newsom, asking like, hey, I want to talk about this. And apparently Gavin says like, I have nothing to talk about. Kind of like his response, like, wow, like you realize how many, like, you're not just affecting the people that work for that company that live in your state, you're going to affect everybody else in that state because of the Chevron gas companies. So yeah, so I'm in the process personally moving Texas, and the company moving to Texas, and the company is moving our headquarters there as well after 145 years in California. Dude, 145 years, and they leave because of fucking Gavin Newsom and the way they're being treated.
Yeah, just think of how big of a GDP hit that is on California with Chevron moving out of there.
Yeah. Yeah, Mike Wirth, chairman and CEO. Oh, here we go. Okay. So it was an interview with Fox News
It was
Live.
in the Wall Street Journal when Mike Wirth, the CEO of Chevron, was getting ready to move Chevron out of California, texted him and said, when I make this announcement, I'd like to tell you before you read about it. Gavin Newsom replied, essentially, quote, I don't need to talk about it. I'm good.
Did you hear that?
Move Chevron.
I don't need to talk about it. I'm good. Like, he does not care about
that.
He seriously, like, he has no fucks given about the people in his state and the people it's going to affect once that company leaves, the people that are working there, because not everybody's going to be able to uproot their family and move to Houston or Texas. You know what I mean? So it's just insane for people to. I mean, obviously he's coming up on his term limit, you know, because the next election for California governor, he can't, like, he's done. But look at all the damage he's already fucking done. Like, holy shit.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's
fucking
just
ridiculous.
It's insane, dude. And then I mean, you get to the point where you got Tom McDonald making songs about you. So, you know, and if he comes out making a song about you, that's not good. But shout out Tom McDonald, fucking goat here. But yeah, so I don't know, man. We got this is just the first year of this residency. We got 3 more. And this is all the shit that's happened just this 1 year.
Yeah, it's gonna get fucked up as it goes.
It's insane, dude. It's fucking insane to think about that. This, dude, we're already at the end of 2025. But anyways, you got any good would you rathers?
I don't right now.
Man, dude, you are slacking.
I know. Fucking too much shit going on. I haven't had time to think of them. Fucking, would you rather get your ass pounded by Vivek or Elon Musk?
You know, this is going to sound so racist, but to me, when you think of an Indian guy, you just think of a dirty smell. You just think of a bad smell. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
I'm white. I can't answer that.
Oh, fuck you.
You can play the fucking Mexican card and you can get away with it. I can't comment.
You know, and again,
You're
it's
right
just-
though.
it's-
You're
I'm
100% right.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, it's like I don't like at that point. It's like, yeah, of course, I'm gonna choose the African American in that situation, technically speaking. but it's just, yeah, that I can't get past that thought.
I'm gonna put it like this. Remember, we trained the Indian Army commandos.
Mhm.
Being in the field, training them fucking assholes for what, 3 months or whatever it was. Think of the smells that was coming off these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I can't get past it. Like, that's the only thing that comes to my mind. But yeah. Well, not too long, but got some pretty good stuff in. But yo, please, everybody, like, comment, share, subscribe, everything. Tell your friends, let them tell their friends, and tell them to come get DP'd.
Exactly.
Everybody loves it. All right. But more importantly, you never forget, text forever, motherfucker.